Hello my beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new, hi, my name is Victoria and I'm here to share with you my passion about makeup and skincare. So if you still haven't joined my family, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you will be notified about my future videos. Also follow me on Instagram and I have a very active TikTok, so if you want to see like more short videos about beauty in general, follow me there as well. In today's video guys, we're gonna unbox my IPSY Glam Bag Plus, aka BoxyCharm by IPSY. And this month's box is very thin, but we're not gonna look at the size, we're gonna look what's inside, because every month we get 5 products from IPSY, we unbox them, we try them, we see what's this whole jazz is about and is it worth your money. So today is that video. Today is the video of the months we're doing every month for I don't know how long at this point. These videos are not sponsored, and you know guys, if you're watching them, sometimes I'm very vocal about how bad certain things may be, or maybe they just don't work for me. But no matter what, I do want to mention right away, because you probably hear that I don't have my normal voice. I've been sick, I feel like, since the beginning of winter until this point, like literally on and off, on and off, on and off. And again, I lost my voice, so I had to film this video a little later than I would normally film it. I got this box pretty early and I was very excited, and then boom, no voice. So yeah guys, today we're gonna finally film a video, we're gonna finally check out those products. I don't want to waste any time, because why would we do that, right? So let's start from the theme of the month. So the theme of the month is welcome home. It has very cute picture on it. I love this, it's so cute. And it said that this month come out of hibernation to embrace a dreamy new world filled with heavenly makeup, planet positive faves, and vitamin powered skincare to bring out your inner glow. Let's bring out our inner glow. It's not as easy as it would normally be, just because my skin is dry due to the fact, I think it's like over dry due to the fact that I'm not feeling very well. But today I want to start from the product that I actually chose. It's my choice just because this product will complement the next product we got without any chance to choose. Boxy chose it for us. So let's start from this brush set. So this is Bio D 5-piece eye brush set that retails for $21. Bio D, it's be your own desire. This is so cute. Those brushes are supposed to have high quality synthetic bristles. They are made in China, and honestly guys, if you watch my videos, you definitely know that I got here a lot of brush sets, and honestly some of them looked like perfect brush set to travel with. This one, when I'm looking at this, I feel like this is not the one straight from the way how it looks, because yes, it does have angle brush, there are so many precise brushes, but also these two chubby ones, and honestly when I travel I can't manage use those brushes unless I want to clean like corners, clean the areas, like blend it more. If we're talking about like crease brush, this is way too chubby for me. I don't know for what type of eye this is good, but if you guys love chubby brushes, you have two options here. So I don't know how I was choosing, how I was looking, but when I looked at the choice area, I definitely can tell you guys right away that there were so many things that I already have or I have in different colors, and I just want to try new stuff, new brands, and I want to open and discover more things to show you guys, as well as, you know, trying on my own, you know, and just sharing with you my opinions, because how we're gonna get to know new brands if we're not giving them a chance, right? So if we're talking about Misha Beauty, I do have liners from Misha Beauty, and I can't even tell, I think guys, I even have those two colors, if I'm not wrong, but don't catch my word, I don't remember. I do have them here somewhere. I find them to be a little more drying than I would love them to be. At first they look really nice, filling your lip to the point that it looks very nice and full, but at some point of the day just my lips are getting super dry from this formula. Lucky Chick multi-stick, I do have multi-stick from them. I have a shade, what shade is this? So this is Lucky Days I have, and this formula is nice. I left it on my table, but I'm not reaching for this formula because it's nice, but you know, I don't love it to the point that I would want to get another color. Nabla, Cupid's Arrow in black. I don't like chubby liners, I'm not gonna lie. This is one of those things that you need to smudge when you do like a smoky eye or stuff like that. I'm not a big fan of that. Then we have here cream highlighter that looks a little... This is not me, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna go into this. This is just not me. And Borboleta Breakdown oil-free makeup remover. I was like, meh. Let's just get those brushes. I do want to mention, guys, that those brushes smelled very funky when I opened them. I want to start talking about the next product because I'm looking at my pale face and I do want to add some color, and this palette will give us that option because we get here like a multi-use palette, and this one is Violet Was Pretty in Paradise all-in-one face and eyeshadow palette that retails for $43. It has 24 months of a shelf life, made in PRC, 6 eyeshadows, 1 bronzer, 1 blush, basically everything you need for daily use. Am I super excited to see this color story? Just because, first of all, these shades over here, they made specifically for people with lighter skin tone, which works for me, but if you have deeper skin tone, you will not get a lot of use of this, but they do recommend you to use those shades also on your eyelids, as well as using the eyeshadows as highlighters and stuff like that. I can't use those shadows as highlighters because they are way too deep. When I did swatches, you can take a look at my swatches right here. I can tell you that the formula is very solid. I never had any issue with eyeshadows from Violet Was. I've heard a lot of things. I mentioned this in one of my previous videos that Violet Was is going through something. I don't know what it is, but they pulling out their stuff from Sephora, and this is something that's just, you know, not a good sign. But from the other side, I do really like their formula, eyeshadow formula. I think it's a solid formula. I do own a lot of eyeshadows at this point because I've been having IPSY and BoxyCharm, and then they became one of a kind, and then I was buying Violet Was a long time ago, just stuff that I liked in that point of my life. But this one also gives you option for a bronzer and a blush, which is nice, I guess. When you look at the packaging is really slick and nice. It's definitely the packaging that, you know, they've been doing for many years, and it has a little mirror inside and it looks good. It doesn't look like super high-end. It looks more like Tap-ish Too Faced situation because the packaging feels kind of similar. So I'm gonna definitely start from the bronzer because, like I mentioned, guys, it's driving me crazy that I have no color on my face. So there is a bronzer color that's called Coconut Cream, and we're gonna start from this shade and we're gonna see, is it too yellow for us? Too orange? That's what I meant, but I'm hoping no, because that's the look I'm gonna wear for work today, and I'd love it to be a little more, you know, matching my skin, not super orange. So I haven't been using powder bronzer for I don't know how many months, guys. Can you believe this? I used to be very like powder makeup girly. I used to even use powder instead of the liquid foundation. But now I'm just like liquids, creams, that's me, because I feel like my skin looks so good with liquids and creams, and my skin looks almost like I have undetectable makeup on at some point when I'm being very light-handed, which is absolutely amazing. And I honestly, I don't know, I like my creams. I like my creams a lot, and I feel like I discovered so many amazing formulas that at some point I just feel like I'm fine with saying bye to powders for some time. Yeah, it's nice and buildable, but there's nothing amazing about this. I mean, it blends because I'm building this, but yeah, it's here. I'm not impressed, but it's not horrible. I mean, I guess it's just regular bronzer that you'll get in a palette that's like multi-use palette. And the next, let's check out this Island Rose, this blush. It has kind of like a rosy pinkish color, and it has quite a bit of sparkle, and for some reason, I don't know why, the sparkles are so chubby and chunky. I'm hoping I'm not gonna look very crazy with this, but so far I'm trying to place it very high up on my face. That's how I do this lately. And it does look pretty cute, honestly. So blush actually is more pigmented than the bronzer. It's not surprising. From the experience I have, this happens quite often, I'm not gonna lie, in palettes like that. For some reason, it's easier to get blush color to be more opaque than the bronzer, but honestly it gives you ability to kind of like play around with bronzer, you know, on the spots that you like. I don't want to set my face right away. I don't want to see how this will look after my face being set, and then we're gonna start playing with those shadows. When I'm looking at my face up close, I do see that sparkle. I'm a little scared that it's gonna look like my shadows have fallouts, because you know, of how chubby the shimmer pieces are. And this is something that I hate seeing on my face, because I feel like I kind of like, you know, stepped away from that point where my eyeshadows were like falling on my face. And honestly, I'm using so many good formulas that I don't want to see that happening ever again. I do feel like sometimes it's unavoidable, but at this point, like, it feels like I'm purposely applying eyeshadows on my cheeks because of how chubby the shimmer pieces are. Very different formula from what I use right now, but it doesn't look bad. I'm not gonna lie, it does look pretty good. I mean, nothing special, but it does match my skin really nicely. If you have deeper skin, it may look slightly brighter. I'm not gonna lie. With the bronzer, it's gonna be tricky because even though it does have a pigment and it's buildable, it's definitely has its audience, let's put it like that. And this audience has very light skin, maybe from light to medium. Maybe. I think you can pull that on medium skin, at least try to do that. It's gonna be like a warmer look, but nothing very like outstanding. So why don't we start using these brushes and actually applying those colors to my eyes? I do wanna create a very easy look. I don't wanna go crazy. And I'm gonna start from this shade. It's called Sun-Kissed Sand, this one. This one gives you ability to kind of like brush it around and see how this product will perform. And considering that fact that I am familiar with this formula, and after swatching this formula actually again, I can tell you that it's a good formula, but you know, you need to build it. You need to make sure that, you know, you're not getting fallouts from the application, because that's something that's gonna happen. But no matter what, I never had any like major issues with their formula. And like I said, I do have quite a few eyeshadow palettes from them. Sometimes I'm even reaching for those palettes on a daily basis. Okay, so I use this color just to kind of like buff it all over and try to, you know, just create a canvas. But then there's Paradise Plum color that we're gonna use for deepening out actually our eye. I do wanna play dangerous and actually use the same brush and try to kind of like smoke out this area with this brush. It's too chubby for me, but it's not impossible to use this brush and actually, you know, create an eye look. And I do want to show you that. I do want to prove you that. But I just got used. This is like totally your preference, you know what I mean? I don't want to tell you like, hey, this brush set is just horrible and the brushes are too big or too small. No, it's just my preference. I got used to more precise brushes because I like precise looks, but you can definitely use something like that, but the eye look would not be as bold. Think about those bristles and the color that's spreading on those bristles, and the chubby brush, what it does, it's actually like buffing the color all over because there are so many bristles and so much stuff going on that you just can't build the color as much as you would build with like a dense brush or small brush. But maybe that's for the best because I kind of like how soft it looks. I just don't know how we're gonna incorporate those shimmers in this look, to be honest, because shimmers are quite intense and I do want them to look intense as well. Next I have this brush that's called EB331, and with this brush I'm gonna use the same color and I'm gonna kind of like smudge it on my lower lash line. I don't think I'm gonna use this chubby brush for anything different than just, you know, cleaning up the corners. I guess that's good for that. But then I do want to use some shimmers, and we do have here 4 different shades to choose from. Just because I'm going to work, I do want to play a little safe, so I'm probably going to use these 3 colors. I'm gonna skip this Seafoam Sparkle, but I do want to start from the color that's called, let's do Starlit Palms. This one has kind of like brownish taupey tint to this, and it's really pretty. And I do want to kind of like apply this to the outer portion mostly, but again I want to keep it very soft, just because the whole overall look we created with those brushes is a soft look. There's nothing else I can do. Unless I would use this brush to kind of like build the color, but honestly this would take me forever and I would never do this when I'm on the go. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. It's alright, very subtle. I don't know why it's working out this way for us today, but I'm gonna add another color. It's called Hibiscus Haze. This looks pretty as well. You know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna still use my finger for this color, but for the next color we're gonna use probably something damp, either brush or we're gonna play with that in a different way. So I'm applying this closer to the inner portion but still leaving a space for that next color, obviously, that's the whole point. And when you actually build in this, it does give you nice shimmer, so it is buildable. And if you know this formula, you definitely know that it's easy to build. It's possible to build, but if you want to make it very sheer and nice, you can also make it this way. I'm gonna kind of like clean this brush from the previous color, the brush that we used for smudging our lower lash line. I'm gonna spray my setting spray on this brush, and then I'm gonna use the color that's called Enchanted Eden, this one, and I'll try to build this color but actually get some really nice shine out of it. Oh, that's cute. Okay, I like how those colors go into each other. They are made to work with each other. I think I like it. Then I'm gonna use the next brush we have. It's SB317. Dip this brush in the same color and kind of like highlight inner corners by using this brush. It's super easy to do. And then I'm gonna kind of like blend this closer to the center of my lower lash line. Super cute and super easy. Just because how rounded this tip is, it just allows me to apply the color in the inner portion section very easily. Okay, I would like something a little deeper for my outer portion, but honestly, considering that fact that we don't have anything deeper, I'm gonna leave it on this stage. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna use the next product I got in my box to kind of finish this look, and I feel like it's gonna be such a good combo. So let's hope that the formula is gonna work out for us in a good way, because I have really high hopes on that product in order to, you know, complete this eye look. Okay, my beautiful people, so the next product I got is gonna be an actually gel eyeliner, and this one is Light Lashes High Definition Gel Eyeliner in Coffee Bean that retails for $26 on IPSY, but $24 on their official site. It's supposed to have silky application, full pigment, long lasting, smudge proof. There are two colors available, black and brown. It's cruelty free and vegan, made in China, has 6 months of a shelf life, and has 0.1 grams. So let's check this bad boy out. I do want to mention right away that this has two sides. One side it's an actual liner, which is very precise and nice. The other side, it has very cute and very soft brush for smudging, which is absolutely amazing. Can't wait to play with this, and honestly this look definitely needs it. We need to add some definition to our eyes, and I feel this, I know this, so let's hope it's gonna work out for us in the best possible way. I do wanna actually analyze my choice because I chose this and I had some options. So here you can see that I had this About Face eye paint that I honestly wanted to try badly, but this color just was not the color I would love to try, so I had to skip it. Sponge Dew, I have so many sponges, I just don't want to waste stuff, and I'm thinking that that's probably no. Then we have hydrogel eye patches. I decided to skip it. Definitely not my jam. AHA glow mask, no. And also blemish treatment, no. So here we are left with this liner, and I'm honestly very excited because I feel like this will help us quite a bit right now. So I do want to start applying this liner. I do want to mention this is a retractable liner, I haven't mentioned that, so it's really easy to carry this with you whenever you go. I'm trying to apply this liner very close to my actual eyelid, and it's supposed to have some time to set itself, so it's gonna help us a lot while we will smudge it. I'm not gonna lie, it's really easy in application, and honestly, it doesn't take me a long time to actually do a good line. I didn't do very precise line, but I think I needed something a little bolder for this look in order for me to look like myself again. And I do want to try to apply this to my waterline. So far, it's not really working out for us, but let's see what we can do. It doesn't work the way I thought it would, but it's a gel formula, so I understand that. I do want to use that last brush we haven't used from that set to kind of like smudge the corner a little bit, just a little. I discovered for myself that the brush that's attached to the liner is actually the best brush to use with this formula because it just glides on so smoothly and allows you to make very precise lines, which I was not necessarily looking for, but it's really easy to play with the brush. I just want to mention that. Okay guys, so now I do want to add mascara and also maybe do some bold lip. I'm thinking about that. Let me do that. I'm gonna basically finish everything and come back to you to check out the last two products and talk about all of those things we got today to kind of like sum up my opinion, my first impression. So let me go and finish my makeup, and I'll be right back. Okay, my beautiful people, I'm back and I'm ready to talk about two last products that we got in this BoxyCharm by IPSY for this month of April. So let's talk about another product that IPSY gave me without any chance to choose, and this one is a skincare product. So this is First Aid Beauty Deep Cleanser with red clay that retails for $24. It has 12 months of a shelf life, 4.7 ounces. It's supposed to be for combo and oily skin, and honestly guys, I'm none of them. Sometimes I can get a little combo, and I've been combo in the winter time for some time. Now I'm kind of like again dry just because of, you know, the situation I have right now. But overall I can get combo, but this is not my priority. I'm not fighting with oil on my skin, I'm more fighting with dryness over oil. But this was something that I had to try yesterday before filming this video. So whenever you're looking at the texture, it does have this like red coloring, and when you're applying this on your skin, it's pretty much loosened its color because the clay kind of like getting foamy and you're getting this like normal cleanser feel. After washing my face, I felt like my skin felt very squeaky. You know the type of cleansers that give you like squeaky feel? That means that it's good to use once in a while, but don't play a lot with this. This is something that you probably will be reaching for a lot, obviously way more than I do if you have oily skin, because it's supposed to remove the excess of oil from your face, and it's amazing. So from the key ingredients, we do have here red clay, we have also glycerin, something to hydrate your skin while the red clay is fighting with impurities, and also there's rosemary leaf oil that has kind of like antibacterial properties, which is amazing. If we're talking about a country that's made this product, it's USA. It is vegan and cruelty free. It doesn't have any crazy scent that would bother you. If you know First Aid Beauty, they are made for more like sensitive skin and for skin that has certain things to treat, which is absolutely amazing. It's very gentle. I would definitely avoid the eyes just because it has red clay, and red clay is irritating your eyes. You know, it's not supposed to get rid of the makeup, so it's not like a cleanser that you're going to use all over your face. Definitely use this all over your skin, but just avoid certain areas like maybe your lips or your eyes. I would recommend you to do that just because it's definitely a little more aggressive than other cleansers that you can use for, you know, that are gentle enough to use all over your face. I do feel like this is something that probably people with oily skin will benefit more than I will. I'm probably going to give it to somebody with oily skin. I certainly will not be reaching for this as much as I would want to reach for this, but I really enjoyed the way how my face felt after using this cleanser. I just can't use it very often, that's the thing. And the last product was my choice, and I'm very excited about this product, even though I feel like this is not quite my cup of tea, but let's talk about this. So this is Kayali Invite Only Amber Travel Spray 23 that retails for $29. It has 10 milliliters. It is eau de parfum made in France, and it is an intense version. I do want to mention that before even talking about this, just because for some reason on IPSY site, when you're looking at this product, it does say that you're getting this fragrance, which is like original one. I'm sure you've heard about this, but when you're looking at the color, it has like purple color, which is quite different, and they used to have intense version, which is intense version, but then I can't find it anywhere, so I'm assuming it didn't do so well to stay on the market. You can still buy this when you will do like a really good search. You can still find some random sites that just resell this, but at this point you will have better luck buying original one, which is like just Invite Only Amber 23. It's pretty famous. A lot of people like it, a lot of people hate it. That's the deal with the fragrance. It smells different on all people, and honestly the notes are so unique here that just give me a vibe of, you know, Tom Ford Lost Cherry fragrance. And also Tom Ford has, it's kind of like more smoky scent. It's called Tobacco Vanilla. So if Lost Cherry and Tobacco Vanilla had a baby, that probably would be this. Because the way how it smells, it literally reminds me of those two fragrances. combined together. So before talking about notes, I do wanna talk about the options I had to choose from. So I had Laura Mercier eyeshadow stick, which was something that I got last time and I wasn't very interested in that. Anastasia Beverly Hills, you know my opinion about this product. I don't hate her formula, but unfortunately due to the events that happened some time ago, I can't get that, I can't support that. House Labs, there was eyebrow pencil. I wanted to get this, I'm not gonna lie, I like House Labs, but honestly Kayali just called me more. There was also BoxyCharm Cosmetics lip serum in Dolly Babe. I love this color so much and still Kayali got me. And also there was No Chill mascara in brown, which probably would work for this look, but I decided to get Kayali, and honestly I'm happy I got this because I did want to smell this. I haven't been in Sephora store for quite some time. I always order online and I always get packages and it's so convenient because first of all, when I go to the store and I swatch stuff, I'm like so tempted to buy more and more and more. When I'm scrolling online, I'm just getting what I need. Like if I'm getting like certain product, I'm getting like couple shades of some product to review, or like let's say that my next video I got 3 shades of certain product that I do wanna talk about in my next video, so stay tuned for that. And I feel like it was also online only, if I'm not wrong. I may be wrong because, you know, sometimes they claim it online only, but then they put this in the store. But I just got what I needed, you know what I mean? When I go to the store, I'm just, you know, grabbing stuff that I probably don't need. I could use it, but I don't need it. It's definitely not good for my budget. So if we're talking about the keynotes, right away you smell black cherry and you smell tobacco and you smell vanilla. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, the cherry smell together with tobacco and vanilla, and I feel like there's a little bit of the nut. You can smell nut. And just when they go together, when they combine together, they smell very sexy, very sophisticated. There's supposed to be also honey and chocolate hazelnut. Chocolate, so it's very gourmand, it's very like musky. It's not for everybody. This is not me. This is definitely not me. I'm not gonna spray it today on myself. I'm gonna spray it when I'm gonna be home one of the days, just because when I will spray this on myself, and this is intense fragrance, eau de parfum, I know when I will spray it on myself, I'm gonna smell it all day. The thing about this fragrance, I think it's gonna be a little too overpowering if you're working with people, because it does have that very much gourmand scent, and it's like so powerful. So I feel like my body chemistry will not quite complement this scent, because I'm more like, I'm very like light bubbly. I don't like Chanel lately, I'm not gonna lie, and that one is intense version, but that one gives me very, I don't know, sweet but not too sweet, very like juicy but not too juicy, fresh but not overpowering fresh. It's just balances my personality when I'm working very well. You know, it's the fragrance where people will come to you close to smell it and they will smell it, but when you're far away, it's not like hitting you with a wave of scent, if you know what I mean. So yeah guys, that was pretty much it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing and this look. I'm not gonna lie, I wonder how this fragrance will work with my body chemistry. I don't think it's gonna work out good because Tom Ford smells a little too much for me. I can smell it on me and this is not something that I'm reaching for. I did buy Tom Ford for other people and I smelled Tom Ford on other people and I feel like it works for them. Sometimes it's not quite working, but sometimes it just complements you so well and just works with the body chemistry. But this is the beauty of fragrance, you know what I mean? I'm gonna definitely try this. I'm gonna try this before posting this video and I'm gonna let you know how it works for me, so stay tuned for that. The deep cleanser is good for combined oily skin. I wouldn't play too much with this if you have maybe drier / normal skin. It may be a little too much unless you like this squeaky feel, which is not quite healthy for your skin, but sometimes it is when you have excess of oil you need to get rid of. If we're talking about this eyeshadow palette, I feel like it's a solid eyeshadow palette. Will I be reaching for this as much as I'm reaching for other palettes from Violet Was? Probably not. I don't see myself reaching for those shades. They didn't impress me. Like some of the color stories really impressed me from Violet Was, because I feel like this is something that I can interfere in my normal everyday routine and something that I can use, and you know, I'll know when I look in the mirror that I use different palette, but some palettes just all look the same. I feel like this is the type of look that you can use like 10 different palettes and it's gonna look the same because the colors blend to each other the same way like a lot of others. If we're talking about the brushes, I'm not the biggest fan of the brushes, I'm sorry guys. It's just the choice of brushes, the shape of the brushes, the smell. It's not the high-end quality brushes, but I do know I'm gonna keep using them. I don't mind them. I'm gonna use them. This is not just something that I'm gonna reach for on a daily basis because of the shapes. I did really enjoy this brush though. This one was a rounded tip. It was pretty precise. I really liked it. And the liner, the gel liner, let me take a look up close in my eyes. It looks so far so good. I will see how it's gonna work throughout the day. Obviously the wear test will show us the true colors and we'll see how it's gonna go, but so far so good. And yeah guys, let's talk about the final price of this box. So the total price of this box is $141. That was okay. I wasn't impressed. It definitely wasn't amazing, but it wasn't horrible. So I guess we're gonna call it success. What else we're gonna call it? I'm not even sure. Okay guys, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and do all the good jazz. Like always, let's learn a Ukrainian word, and today I decided to tell you how to say tea in Ukrainian. So if you wanna say tea in Ukrainian, you would say it like chai, chai, chai. And yeah guys, thank you so much for staying till the end of this video. I love you all very much and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!
Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.